Hi everyone, it's Alyssa and welcome to Tricky Math Tuesdays. Today's tricky math problem is an algebra problem, but we're not actually going to solve it using algebra. It looks like algebra, it should act like algebra, we're not going to do it the way you think we're going to. And here's how it goes. We have this, what looks like a monster, a monster of binomials being multiplied. X minus 7 times x minus 8 times x minus 9 times x minus 10 equals 1,680. We are not going to multiply all these together and get some monstrosity x to the fourth. No. We're not going to do that. Let's look at this from a problem-solving logical perspective. If I were to stick a random number in for x, like say, 100, what would I get? I would get 93, 92, 91, and 90. In other words, I would get sequential numbers going down. These are 4 numbers in a row. So no matter what I put in for 100, when I put in for x, and at this point I'm assuming x is an integer or a whole number, not a fraction or a decimal. I'm assuming that. But I should get 4 numbers in sequence. Okay, so 4 numbers in sequence multiplied together equal 1,680. Okay, now the problem-solving aspect of this, let's imagine it was just 2 numbers. Like say, it was x and it was x minus 1. It's 2 numbers in sequence that are multiplied together to make 1,680. They're right next to each other. If that were the case, and no, I'm not going to distribute. I'm just saying if there were 2 numbers that were right next to each other, like 2 and 3, 7 and 8, 1 million and 1 million and 1. 2 numbers next to each other multiplied together equals 1,680. How might you find that? How might you figure out easily what that is? Well, because they're right next to each other, it's very close to being a square root. Think about it. If I had 5 squared, that's 25. But if I go 1 less and 1 more, it's 24. Even though, I know in here we're talking about they're right next to each other, but the principle still applies. If I were to take the square root of 1,680, I would get something that's going to end up right in the middle here. And then I go down a little and I go up a little, and I'll have my 2 numbers. Well, this is a very similar sort of thing that don't need that ruler. Go away, ruler. This is a very similar thing that we're doing here. We've just expanded it 2 more times. Instead of having 2 numbers, and we go, we want to find out what's in the middle by taking a square root, we have these 4 numbers. If I said, what is the 4th root of 1,680? Because I've got these 4 sequential numbers that are very close to each other, it's almost as if, to get an estimate, we could say, what if they were the same number? Because they're so close, it's the same number being multiplied 4 times. So if I take the 4th root of 1,680, I should get a number that's right about there. I don't know why my pen is so tiny. Why are you so tiny, pen? There, make this a little bigger. There we go. It should get a number that's right there, right in the middle, and would give me a really good starting spot to figure this out. So, what is the 4th root of 1,680? If you do not have a 4th root button on your calculator, you can just hit the square root button twice. Yeah, that would give you the 2nd root, the square root, the 4th root, the 8th root, then the 16th root. Every time you hit it, it doubles it. So if I hit the square root button twice, I get my answer. The 4th root of 1,680 is 6.4. So it seems that a reasonable 6, come on. 6.4. A reasonable assumption might be that the four numbers multiplied in sequence might be 6, 7, the 8 and the 5. 8 times 7 times 6 times 5. And let's check that. 8 times 7 times 6 times 5. Why, looky there, it's 1,680. But they didn't ask what are the four numbers in sequence. They asked, what is x? So I can take any one of these. X minus 7 equals 8. I add 7 to both sides, and x equals 15. Is that true for all of them? Of course it is. 15 minus 8 is 7. 15 minus 9 is 6. 15 minus 10 is 5. X is 15. I hope you enjoyed that today. If it was helpful, useful in any way, please like, share, subscribe. You know the drill. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a great day. See you later. Bye.